And the reason this matters isn't just because, it's a bummer to have an eating disorder and that's like, you know, not a good thing to have. It's because our mental health and our perception of reality and life is completely flipped on its head and negative when we have the combination of eating disorder and alcohol, and it actually makes life miserable. I really didn't realize at the time that so much of it had to do with my food patterns and the crappy food lifestyle I had and my alcohol consumption. And again, I wasn't this person drinking Monday through Sunday every single night, binge drinking every single day. It wasn't like that. Eating disorders and alcohol kind of can go hand in hand. From my perspective, I feel like it is a very common situation going on with men and women. I had an eating disorder pretty much my entire life. I want to say until maybe the last few years where I discovered carnivore lifestyle, which I talk about on this channel, but also since I decided to stop drinking. I'm 5'8.5". At one point in my life was about 100 pounds. Probably had an eating disorder, I think, since the age of 10 or 11. When I was about 13, I was introduced to my first time drinking. SoCal, not a great introduction to alcohol. Probably the worst one. I say all this without trying to sound like, wow, when I was that age, I was drinking. That shit is normal. That's what we all did. The combination of those two, alcohol and kind of an already disordered pattern of eating, really created a lot of problems in my life. Like I said, I had this eating disorder starting when I was younger, 10, 11, started drinking when I was like 13 or so. My mental health pretty much tanked. Drinking, like a normal drinker would on the weekends. And suddenly I found myself going to college. I dropped out of college my freshman year of college. I was a complete wreck. The year before that, I actually had gotten on antidepressants, anti-anxiety. So my anxiety was so high that I couldn't actually think, like I couldn't actually function. I literally dropped out of college and went back home and started working at my mom's restaurant. I really didn't realize at the time that so much of it had to do with my food patterns and the crappy food lifestyle I had and my alcohol consumption. And again, I wasn't this person drinking Monday through Sunday every single night, binge drinking every single day. It wasn't like that. I was blacking out. I was browning out. I was binge drinking. By social standards, that is normal. If you act crazy and act a fool, people say something about it, and that's not good. But generally speaking, people binge drink, people, we all know what I'm talking about. That's normal in society. Weekends were pretty much consistent of Friday night comes around, I'm gonna go out and have drinks with friends, and then we're gonna party that night. Probably have dinner. 2 a.m. comes around, and I binge on something bomb. Pizza or burrito or ice cream. Wake up the next morning, I feel horrible, I feel hungover, but it's fine. That's par for the course. And the next day, Saturday goes on, maybe I day drink a little bit, but I get into the night, I'll drink, maybe I drink too much, maybe I drink normal, it just doesn't really matter, but the same result would happen where suddenly I'm compelled to eat ice cream, cookies, bread, butter, salt, everything that I can get my hands on, and it's like my body is like craving it, so I binge on the food. That's Saturday night. Sunday comes around, I've got work the next day. Okay, now I gotta like recover, so now I'm gonna eat like crap on Sunday to basically make myself feel better. And I would have like 3 meals on Sunday because by that point I'm so fucking hungover that who really cares? So then you eat like crap on that day to try to recover, and Monday comes around, and on Monday you like button it up. Like, I'm not gonna have any food pretty much except for maybe dinner, and I'm gonna have like some eggs. That's what I would do, and maybe like an apple. And that was pretty much what I did Monday through Friday, was starve myself to make up for the weekend where I just drank, which made me eat like crap. That was my lifestyle, but that's pretty common, honestly, with men and women. That is pretty common. Those of us who already have a weird relationship to food for whatever reason we do, from whatever age we had it, I personally believe that this combo with alcohol really perpetuates it, which then really jacks up our perception of life, reality, and how we feel, the friends we make. Coupled that with this matrix that we're in of alcohol, where it's like to stop drinking would be bad or would make us not as fun or we wouldn't have friends anymore. The combination of that completely perpetuates this eating disorder lifestyle. Stopping drinking is definitely probably one of the best things I've ever done for myself. My happiness, my wallet, my mental health, the way I look, the way I feel, my self-confidence, all of it, contrary to what I thought was gonna happen. And then I talk about carnivore on here because it is hands down the only lifestyle I've ever found that actually gives my body the food and the nutrients it needs to where I'm not even freaking hungry anymore. Like, I'm full. And so the eating disorder doesn't even need to happen because I look good and I feel good and I'm not starving myself. If you do have some sort of like weird relationship to food and you don't, you know it's kind of off, you just know whatever that means for you, check out those videos about carnivore. I truly believe to each his own. If you have a healthy, happy lifestyle with alcohol and you're good, you probably aren't even watching this video, but more power to you. And same with, you know, if you're somebody who doesn't want to go carnivore, I'm not saying that you have to. Those are two things though that I think are really changing people's lives, to stop the drinking and to potentially look at carnivore. And I really would like it if this video could give that information to somebody else to hopefully benefit you where you're at and maybe help you out, because ultimately those two things, like I said, affect our mental health, and that defines everything in our life. If you like this video, please go ahead and like it so other people out there who might need to see it can see it through the algorithm. If you are interested in just this kind of stuff about, you know, ways to improve our lives, kind of find life hacks, I love talking about that stuff, go ahead and subscribe below. We have such a cool crew of people here. You guys are so awesome. I would really love to see it. So I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one, and thanks for watching. See ya.